Welcome to another episode of Learning English with G. Lalwani. Today we will be covering 5 important points, but very simple points to remember while having a conversation, just to make sure that your conversation is going much better and smoother, and the other person is enjoying your company and enjoys the conversation with you. For my one-on-one consultancy sessions, you can always email me. The details are given in the description box. Okay, the first point to remember is do not monopolize. What does that mean? Make sure that when you're speaking, you aren't the only person who is speaking. There are a lot of people who will come and tell you, I'm more of a listener, or they will tell you that I'm a quieter person, I don't talk too much. That does not mean that you think you can speak a lot, and you're the only person who is speaking and telling a lot of stories, just going on talking. Please ensure that there's at least a 50-50 ratio. Some people talk lesser, so 60-40 ratio. It is not that if there's somebody who is shy and timid that they don't want to talk. They just say that. But everybody wants to talk. They just want to be made comfortable. If they feel nice, if they feel that the other person is listening to them, then even the quietest person will talk a lot to you. Okay, so please do not monopolize the conversation. Every time you're talking to somebody, don't go in that bullet train speed thinking that the other person is here only to listen to you. It is not polite. Give the other person a chance. Every now and then look at the other person, look at their expressions, and ask them 2 or 3 questions. Involve them in the conversation and involve them in your stories, in whatever it is that you're saying. Okay. Second one, do not interrupt. A lot of us have this habit that when the other person is talking and expressing some opinion, as I told you in the previous episode, the I know, one is it we keep saying I know, and we interrupt, and the other is we cut off what the other person is saying just because we want to give a reply and our opinion and our part of the story. No, please allow the other person to complete every single thing that he wants to say and everything that he wants to express. When you keep interrupting, you break the flow of thought, you break the emotional state that the other person is in. Do not do that. Okay, please let the other person complete, and then begin your conversation or your part of the story. You can always, don't rush. You can always take it slow. Third, react. Reciprocate your feelings and your versions of the story or the topic that is going on. Get involved in the conversation. Sometimes, okay, let's say that a person is telling about something very sad going on in his life. Okay, they're just telling you all the sad things, sharing their feelings, etc. And we sit there and we say, hmm, hmm, hmm. For like 20 minutes, we keep saying, hmm. This is really, really bad. It is very, very bad. It is not that you're being a good listener. No. With we do not prove that we are a good listener. An important part of listening is speaking, whether you find it very ironical or not, but it is true. So you have to get involved in the conversation and say something beyond and I see, and things like that. You have to ask questions. You have to make sure that the person is doing all right every now and then, because he might be in a very emotional state of mind. And if you're going to suppose somebody is sharing a very exciting news and you're just going to be dull that way, it is not good. You have to react accordingly. If somebody is sharing something sad, you have to try to empathize with the person and embody those emotions, or try to understand what they're going through and get into that state of mind. Please do not be blank when the other person is speaking, like just blank. It is not nice. The fourth important thing, initiate conversations. A lot of us think that if the other person talks, if the other person asks me some question, only then I will talk. Only then I know what to say. Otherwise, I don't know what to say. Otherwise, I'm out of topics. No. Try to learn how to initiate conversations. Try to ask about their interests, their hobbies, their work, some current situation that is going on in the country, in the world. You can discuss anything under the roof. There is so much to discuss. So learn to initiate conversations, otherwise, the conversation will not move ahead. It is not only the onus of the other person, it is your responsibility to equally to try and initiate conversations. Do not keep shifting the responsibility on someone else. Why should we shift it on someone else? Why don't we build that talent? Why don't we inculcate that habit of initiating conversations and keep the conversation smooth and flowing and build a good rapport with the other person? Do not worry, I will try to make a video. I will. I assure you, I will make a video on how to initiate conversations and speak in detail of what are some of the topics that you can take. Okay, and all of these points that I mentioned, please do not worry. In the further sessions, further episodes, I will give you an elaborate explanation of what to do, how to do. But for now, these are some things that you can keep in mind. Okay. Fifth, avoid restlessness or boredom. This is very, very important. Oftentimes, when we are not interested or we do not really relate to what the other person is saying, we show these non-verbal expressions of boredom and restlessness. Sometimes we do it intentionally, just because we want to give a hint to the other person that we are bored, we're not interested in what this person is saying, and we wish the other person changes the topic. Do not do this. It is natural for us to get bored sometimes and not understand or connect to what someone is saying. It is natural. You can always convey to the other person politely, please could we speak about something else, or I'm not able to relate to you, or try to understand the perspective better so that you get interested in the topic. And if you're not in the mood to talk, do not have a conversation itself. I believe that we shouldn't just go meet our friends for the sake of it, or a family, or speak to someone just for the sake of it. There is no point and meaning to it. Only if you are interested, only if you are in a good mood, if you really want to listen to the other person, then go and have a conversation with that person. If you do things forcefully, there's actually no use of that entire time spent for both the parties. Okay, so avoid showing those expressions. Your non-verbal communication is really, really important. I will make a video on that as well. But for now, remember that please do not show that or keep yawning or feel sleepy. It is very disrespectful. Okay, be in a good mood while speaking to the other person and reciprocate well and have a good rapport, build a good rapport. You can do all of these things. They're not hard. They are very, very simple things that I have suggested right now. Nothing too complex. So I hope that you are able to understand all the things that I have said and you find them useful. Please try these simple techniques in your conversation, and they will also make a very great impact on your conversations and the way you talk. And slightly you will observe the difference. These are very little points, but they're so important. They're simple, tiny, little, but they're so important. You don't realize it, but as and when you see the reactions of the other person when you change, you will know what I'm saying. Thank you so much for watching. If you have any doubts, feel free to put it in the comment section. Have a nice time.